Hello everyone, Sonic the Joke Gamer here and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Last time we finished up Hanako's route, and this time we are, well, more or less reviewing Act 1. The next person that I want to go do down the route with is Rin. However though, Rin only appears near the end. Therefore, the first few are more or less going to be here for context over anything else. So I'm pretty much going to explain some of my thoughts on this while explaining what's happening in the story. But anyways, so I first began with us having a heart attack while being confessed to in the middle of winter. And us being stuck in the hospital for 4 months. The doctors and our own parents suggested we go transfer to a school for disabled students, Yamaku. And well, that's where we are. We go and head aside to meet our teacher, Mr. Muto, who is very relaxed as a, well, teacher. And there will be some choices that I make different for my first route, so if you notice any of those, you can stop and feed whatever it is. Remember, this is text-based, so you do have that option. Again, I'm just using this more or less for a review on hopefully all of them makes this universal, but if not, oh well. But anyways, after we go to the classroom, we go and, well, meet our class obviously, and find it really odd knowing that everyone here is disabled in some way. Some more obvious, like scars across their entire body, well, right half of their body, missing a hand, while some are more minute, like seeing someone do hand signs. But anyways, so Muto goes and tells us our name, we go explain something we like, and told us to go to Shizune. The pink-haired girl making all the ruckus, we thought she is Shizune, but in reality, she's Misha, Shizune's interpreter. Which makes it a bit harder for us to actually communicate because we have to go through an interpreter for this type of stuff. Which can be a bit problematic. But anyways, so with them, we get our nickname Hichan in about 5 seconds flat. Which is kind of impressive in my opinion. But these two are going to be our best friends for the first couple of days. And maybe a bit after that. But here we go and learn that Shizune is very work focused. And, well, study focused, as she says that we should learn what we can about a convenience store before we head over there. So I find that really interesting. Well, Misha is still her very loud self, compared to Shizune's more calm nature. But anyways, we go and continue on our assignments in our group project. A while later, it's almost time for lunch. And without knowing what to do, we go down to the cafeteria, as always. And here we are asked if there's any questions we would like to know about Yamaku. And anyways, of course, since we're new to School of Disabled, it's hard to tell if we should talk to Shizune or Misha about when we ever want to ask questions. But we are allowed to go and ask some questions, and this time I didn't have any. So read that if you didn't realize I actually chose a different option. Anyways, when we get back to class, Misha slams the door open, scaring Hanako. Poor girl, she went so much. And our first day is very, very draining on us. And since they have work to do, they can't really show us around. However, they can show us where the nurses. And so we go and follow them to a building outside, which is the faculty. And we learn they have a pool. They have a pool there, guys! A pool! Honestly, that's really cool, in my opinion. But still really cool. Like, honestly. So anyways, we go and meet the nurse who has a couple questions and a couple of statements for us that we do need to answer. After Vigon do find the nurse to be a bit more energetic than the other one, with a better handshake. He's a bit more of a jokey attitude, but he does have a serious side. But anyways, the unimpressive office with the usuals that you'd expect in it. We go and, well, get told once again that there's a pool after being told to go and do some light physical exercise. And something like soccer or even boxing is a bit too much for our heart now. It being as it is. Once again, we're very lucky that we didn't have a heart attack sooner. After that, we go and leave to our dormitory. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dormitories, it seems. Wanted to go to our new room, we look at a key 119. And then we head to, well, 119. And there we notice that there's only one name plank right next to our room, in 117. Knocking on it gets our half-friend, our friend, who knows, Kenji. Kenji being a very person that's not trusting. Does not really trust anyone, is very what's the word? Paranoid? As he has multiple locks on his door and what we see later. Guinea pigs heard me make noise. They think I have something. But anyways, after that we go read our medication. Think about our first stressful day of school. And then go to sleep. Honestly, gonna miss the old days where we did not have so much medication and we don't have a threat of a heart attack. I also love that noise where it'll spit up like this. And here comes the sun. In our new room. A room that we've... our third room this year. Time for our morning ritual. Getting up, taking medication, put on clothes, and leave for class. Leaving early as to pass by. And here we see Shizune. Oh, I know, now it's during class. Anyway, so we have our new assignment, and Shizune is distracted because we want to know more about clubs that are around. And of course they go and mention something about the festival and how we could help or contribute to that. And they don't seem to know about what the festival is about. Which, to be fair, as I said, it does... the meaning of festivals do change from time to time. Don't think this is one of those times, though. But, well, it is what we deal with. As Hanako leaves, things seem a bit off, considering she literally just gets up and leaves. But anyways, once we go and barely finish, Shizune gets annoyed and declares it a competition to be the fastest. And of course, Hasao's foolishly going to go against her beliefs, as you can see with that smile. And she's prepared to tear him apart, much like what she did in Risk. Oh wait a minute, we haven't gone to that point. But anyway, so we go and leave, and being asked where to go, we say cafeteria. So there is other places we could eat, like the rooftop maybe. But anyway, so we go back to the topic of clubs, as we still don't have a club to join. They go in this book club being, well, booked. And we say that soccer isn't really able, and they suggest student council, as they're both members of it. But of course, this is our second day at school, literally. And I do not know how I would feel in this manner, especially considering I don't like student council in my own when I was in school. Then again, I never liked school. Yeah. But anyway, so they view us joining as a game and want us to play Rich Man, Poor Man when we be at a clear disadvantage considering they both want me to join. So I'm at a great disadvantage. And of course they do have some more, like paper football. But since they know about it and paper football is more of an American thing than a Japanese thing, obviously Misha will be amazing at it. And so there's one less card up the sleeve, Risk, the World of Domination. But because Shizune hasn't really played that much, she is out of practice and it will just be a fun game. Which honestly, I understand the pain of. Honestly, it's hard to find good players sometimes. So because of that, after school, we're going to the student council in order to play some Risk, while being extracted like a prisoner on death row. For a friendly game of Risk. I do not trust these two. I really do not. Yeah. Anyways, so the room is deserted with not much in it, sadly. And there's no one else coming today while we're playing this friendly game. Misha explains the rules. I actually don't know the rules of Risk. I should look it up because it sounds like a fun game. I really would like to play it. But combat begins. Shizune versus Misha. Let's go. Shizune is at the lead. There's no strings attached about this game until Shizune plays the I'll let you keep Africa if you join card. Which, of course, is only going to fuel our rage in order to get our rebellion to crush her empire. And it didn't go well. Even with our plan to attack from multiple angles while making sacrifices, it wasn't enough. We didn't have enough potential. Well, we had enough potential, we just didn't have enough experience. But hey, at least we impressed Shizune. And not yet to join the student council. Not yet. Why does it sound like a country song when it's sped up? Anyways, the library is open, so we leave to take our way down there. But there is a single problem. Navigational skills don't come to everyone. And our friend here is kind of one of them. Finding a partially open door, he enters, revealing Lily, a blonde-haired Amazon blind woman. She isn't actually an Amazonian, but that's what someone described her as. In this room that's separated from pretty much reality, outside of the life outside. And Lily, being nice, invites us for a drink. Interesting that she's blind. Fun fact, for some reason whenever I tried to remember this, I always remembered hairbrushes being around and her using it to navigate. I don't remember if that was something else and I combined it with this, or I just had a very weird imagination as a kid. I very much might have. Anyways, here we learn about Class 3-2, a class specifically for blind people. Or, yeah, either completely blind or legally blind, like Kenji. And since it's a quiet place, Lily comes here every so often. Honestly, I bet it's nice. I'm pretty sure it is nice. Hours went by after we started relaxing with tea. We took up so much of the time that Lily's apologetic. But as long as the library is still open, we are okay. and we were about to make our way off when she decides to join us. And while we really shouldn't trust our navigation skills, Hisao eventually decides that it'd be best to follow Lily, considering she has business there anyways. In the library, we go and find Yuko, a very clumsy librarian. And yeah, clumsy is an understatement. Dropped an eraser, a pencil, and while trying to find them, Lily startled her. She's a very shy girl. Anyways, if the important books arrived, Lily needs to help look for them. And after realizing, we introduce ourselves, and Lily asks if there's anything for if Yuko has any recommendations for us. So we try to change the subject, and later go on our merry way in order to find books for us. Books to read, because books are nice. After all, visual novels are basically books with a bunch of pictures. Quiet in library. Not many people. Not many people. Except her! Hello, Hanako. The mysterious dark-haired girl, with scars on the side of her face. Yeah, that's not really good. Anyway, so we go, take a book, sit down, although we're too distracted with her, and she's too distracted with us, for us to really read our books. To the point that she runs away. And so we chase off, telling the two girls because we can't find her by ourselves. And then, yeah, we go talk about Yuko. We'll talk to Yuko, not about Yuko. And she tries to open our perspective about this a bit. Honestly, kinda nice. Brought some word of wisdom for being in a school of disabled. Hey, that sounds mean. It's a bit hard to go and describe. But anyways, with our library books, we decided to head back, only to meet into Kenji, who doesn't recognize us, and thinks we're a psychic spy. You're a spy! Except we're not a spy. Yeah, Kenji's a really weird person. Very weird. Anyways, so we go and tell him about what happened with Hanako. And ask the very important question. Pass me your jock. And then we go on to Kenji's conspiracy about female infiltration. You know, the most logical thing to achieve in the world. Totally not made up or anything. Yeah, this I can't even freaking repeat what his is. And of course he thinks us as rude, we think he's as rude. He has puppets to go and help share this, and that's all for this time. This is Restarting the Jet Gamer. I hope you enjoyed the series so far, and I hope to see all you guys again next time. See you guys then.